Hey YouTube, just hopefully a fairly quick video blog. Back in my Keezer, my little mini fridge there, I had a little aluminum, light metal of some sort, and spring-loaded refrigerator type. You put it on a shelf thermometer, which I never really tested, which seems odd since I know that when I was doing my fermentation that I really had to check all my thermometers because they were not all the same and I had to calibrate them and get them right. But didn't even consider doing that with the mini fridge, mainly because serving temperature, I don't mind if it varies a little bit. I wasn't all that concerned about it. But long story short, the 4.5 kegged gallons of my Irish Red that I thought I had gone through and purged the lines, pulled the supply lines, cleaned it all off, purged the tank, popped the cover. Well, it's a third full, just frozen. I left it out for a while. Hopefully, it will thaw before I put it back in there. I'm also in the process of trying to recalibrate where to set that dial. I need to set it a little high, I'm thinking, just to make sure that I don't get back towards freezing. Shouldn't be a huge deal. It's sitting closer to 50 degrees than 45, because the truth is the next beer to go in there I believe is going to be a porter, and I'm okay with that a little warmer. It's not like that's going to be warm, it's just going to be a little warmer. Excuse me. So that's the problem. I will deal with that. Doesn't help that I purged all the CO2 out of the tank. That has me a little concerned. Also purged all the CO2 out of my lines. And in the process, apparently expended all of my CO2, and so I won't have CO2 until tomorrow probably to rehook up to it. But it's still thawing, so it's going to take that long anyway. Probably it takes a long time for that to thaw in that stainless steel corny keg. My concern is how's it going to be? I'm going to put it back under CO2, but it's sitting with a fair amount of oxygen in it right now. I mean, in the tank. It's not going to be there long. Overnight, probably. It's not going to be taking up too much of it at the moment because it's, frozen. It won't be taking a lot of oxygen into it. But regardless of whether it oxygenates it a little bit, the other thing is it's going to be obviously have a little bit of its alcohol removed, because as the beer was going, it was getting a little stronger and a little stronger. In essence, I was freeze distilling it because the rest of it was freezing, and people were starting to mention I was pulling growlers out of there, half-gallon growlers, which is why I thought I might have gone through all of it. And the last one I took out to an uncle and his brother, who really not what I would call sissies, said, "Man, this seems pretty strong." And I'm like, it's about 5.7, 5.8. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was higher than that, obviously, since, like I say, freeze distillation and all, on purpose or not. Any idea how that beer is going to be? Anybody have experience with this kind of mistake? You may or may not want to admit to that, but, I'm going to drink it anyway. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to put CO2 back on it. I'm going to drink it. Going to live with it. What it is what it is. There's not a ton of it left in there anyway. Yeah, it's third, so there's, a gallon and a half or so. I will probably get it dumped into a couple of growlers fairly quick anyway, because I'd like to get something else into that keg. Actually, I'd like to get it dumped into growlers. I'm thinking about not bottle conditioning or bulk priming my IPA that's in the garage still in the fermenter. It's been there long enough that I don't think it's going to need a ton of time to mature in the keg, and so I'm hoping to just force carbonate that in the keg. And I thought I'd turn it up to 30 and leave it for a day or two, and then go back. And then I figured what I would do is for those few days I'd have a growler or two of this Irish Red, and then I still have some in my cupboard, which is the upside, is that I didn't do this when I had nothing else to drink. Now, we're coming up on what I like to keep my video blogs under, but comments, ideas, thoughts. Like I said, I'm going to drink it. Very little doubt. And if your comment or idea, and feel free to leave it, is, well, yeah, but there might be some oxygen there. You might want to put it back on the CO2 and then just leave it for some extended period of time. It's not going to happen. Pipeline isn't that long. Don't have currently enough to be carbonating too many kegs at one time. And to be quite honest, my patience just isn't what it maybe should be. As I like to say, I understand that patience is a virtue. It's simply not a virtue I possess. Although the kegging has helped me. The porters, haven't screwed with them, haven't touched them. I have like 1 bottle of one and 2 bottles of the other. Haven't even tasted the bottle samples because I only have a very limited quantity. I'm trying to wait at least 2 weeks before I even taste those, and longer on the extract one, and then we will get those into the fridge and get those going. But that's where we're at. That's the video blog. Be making a homebrew Wednesday here coming up pretty soon. Hopefully on something other than how I screwed up my Irish Red. Although it is a very good beer. I like it very much, and the keg system has worked very well, minus a little thermometer problem. So, all right, cheers, 17.